I'm good. Mom! Corn dogs!
You never know what she's doing in there.
Mom!
He really needs to get a place of his own.
Who is Dakota State University? We are dedicated, disciplined, determined. We are more than students, more than educators, more than alumni. We are Trojans. Dynamic, driven, distinctive. This is who we are, and nothing can stand in our way.
For over 50 years, Rosebud Wood Products has been serving America's cabinetry needs. Family owned and operated, with employees who have been a part of the Rosebud family for decades. They're big enough to handle any job, yet small enough to make sure your project matters. Quality doesn't cost. It pays. So pay the Rosebud Factory and Showroom a visit today. Or visit us online at rosebudwood.com.
Heartland Energy is a future-focused name. It encompasses everything that we do and the core purpose of who Heartland is.
Anybody can sell you electricity. It's the way our people help our communities grow and therefore have a purpose to that energy.
We're constantly looking for different ways to serve our customers the best that we possibly can.
We're community-owned and we exist to serve our communities.
First Premier Bank has deep roots in South Dakota. Our ag bankers are homegrown experts committed to helping you find the right financial solution for your operation. With extensive experience in the industry, First Premier offers flexible options and local decisions designed to help you today and for generations to come. Find a First Premier ag banker nearest you at firstpremier.com/ag. First Premier Bank, investing in your growth. Member FDIC.
Persona Signs has been a leader in the sign manufacturing industry for decades. We partner with the nation's largest brands on more than 8,000 installations every year. A solid foundation of Midwestern values and an unmatched work ethic has helped Persona become the #1 hotel sign manufacturer in the United States. Persona rises together with Dakota State University. Go Trojans!
First Premier Bank Free Plus checking gives you the freedom to experience life, to enjoy the things you love, and to breeze through checkout lines with free mobile wallet features. Bank anywhere you want with online account opening and instant issue debit cards. Feel the freedom of no fees, no minimum balances, and no unpleasant surprises. First Premier Bank Free Plus checking. Apply online or at any branch location. First Premier Bank, member FDIC.
This your place?
No, I live with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you hungry?
No, I just had a bite.
Do you want a corn dog or something like that?
Mom! Corn dogs! I'm good. Mom! Corn dogs!
You never know what she's doing in there.
Mom!
He really needs to get a place of his own.
Who is Dakota State University? We are dedicated, disciplined, determined. We are more than students, more than educators, more than alumni. We are Trojans. Dynamic, driven, distinctive. This is who we are, and nothing can stand in our way.
For over 50 years, Rosebud Wood Products has been serving America's cabinetry needs. Family owned and operated, with employees who have been a part of the Rosebud family for decades. They're big enough to handle any job, yet small enough to make sure your project matters. Quality doesn't cost. It pays. So pay the Rosebud Factory and Showroom a visit today. Or visit us online at rosebudwood.com.
Welcome back to the Trojan Fieldhouse for tonight's second game of our doubleheader between your Dakota State Trojans JV team and the Northwestern Red Raiders JV team. Couple things here before the game. Starting for the Trojans will be number 1, Dawson Burry, a 6'3" sophomore out of Esteline, South Dakota. as well as number 14, Tanner Campos, a sophomore guard, 6 foot, out of East Grand Forks, North Dakota. Number 2, Ben Witt will get the nod tonight, the 6 foot sophomore from Burke, South Dakota. Jace Kelly from Custer, South Dakota, the 6'2 sophomore, will start at the other wing. And in the middle is the big man, number 55, out of Montague, North Dakota, the 6'7" sophomore, Scotty Wagner. Those are your Trojan starters. We'll get to your Northwestern Red Raiders starters after the first break. Tip is won by the Red Raiders. Number 20, Karsten Matheson, sophomore guard from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Three-pointer is good by Karsten Matheson. Red Raiders go to the early lead. Ben Witt will dribble across the timeline. He'll give way to Scott Wagner underneath. Wagner dribbles, no dribble actually, excuse me. He gives it to Jace Custer. Jace Kelly, no good from deep. Rebound goes to the Red Raiders, number 5, Will Pohl, sophomore, out of Buffalo, Minnesota. Dribble drive by the Raiders, no good. Rebound by the big man, no good. Controlled by the Trojans. That shot was by Marco Kens, a sophomore from Ghana. All the way from Ghana, the 6'5" sophomore. 6'6" freshman, actually. Pass by Kelly goes off the tips of Kelly's hands to Dawson Burry. He misses the three-pointer. Rebound Red Raiders. They'll dribble. Fumble the ball just a little bit. 22 will drive. Right-handed layup. Good off the bump. And the Red Raiders lead 5-0. 18:38 left to go in the half. Red Raiders lead. Ben Witt with the ball. He'll go to the right hand. Dribble drive. He is stopped. He gives to the top of the key. Dawson Burry, right hand. Pick by Burry. Ben Witt off the dribble drive. Good for the long two. The Red Raiders will take over. That is Matheson. Matheson will give to the corner. Back to the top of the key. Shot by the big man. No good. Rebound Dawson Burry. Ben Witt will dribble. He'll go to his left hand, then back to his right hand. Miscommunication, but Dawson Burry recovers. Burry will hand to Kelly. Kelly spin move, left-handed floater, no good. Rebound Kelly, good for two. Jace Kelly, 5-4. Northwestern leads, 17:45 left to go in the first half. Matheson, he'll give to number 14, Jackson Nemmers. Nemmers finds number 5, Pohl for three. Big three-pointer there to kill some of the momentum that the Trojans had off the Kelly basket. Kelly gives to Tanner. Back to Kelly. To Burry. Burry dribble drives, left hand. Elbow shot, no good. Rebound, Matheson. Matheson dribbles, looks up the floor. Has nobody. He hands to Nemmers. Nemmers right hand. Back, no good. Kelly finds Burry. Burry decides to pull it out. Good defense there. Burry drives right hand and is fouled underneath. Your starters for the Red Raiders are going to go like this. Will Pohl, Jackson Nemmers, Karsten Matheson, Mason Gerleman, and Marco Kens. Inbound to Scotty Wagner. He gives to Witt. Witt, open three-pointer off the screen. Good. That's his second basket. His first three-pointer of the night. Tie ball game at the Trojan Fieldhouse. Matheson dribbles. He looks for a screen from Kens. He drives and tipped. I think that ball was tipped by Tanner Campos. Red Raiders will maintain possession here. And they'll inbound to Nemmers. Nemmers looks to direct the offense, goes between the legs, hence to Kantz. Kantz back to Gerleman. Gerleman dribbles into the paint. He passes off to the corner, dribble drive, reverse layup, good. That's Nemmers. He's got two. Witt will dribble and pass the timeline. Looks to call for a screen from Kelly. Kelly slips it. Campos. Campos to Kelly. Kelly from deep three range. He's got it. That's Jace Kelly for three. Deep three there by Kelly, but the lefty's got a sweet, sweet stroke. Kens will have the ball. He'll dish it up. Matheson hard in the paint, and he gets fouled by Scott Wagner. Wagner's a little bit too much of a bump there, and Matheson will go to the line to shoot two. Scotty Wagner's first foul of the night, first foul for the Trojans. Both big men now have one foul on them. Coaches for the Red Raiders is Austin Schlatter, and for the Trojans, the great Damian Luna. Matheson is good on the second free throw. Burry will inbound. He'll give to Witt. No backcourt pressure. A lot different than the women's game that we saw earlier. Ben Witt will dribble drive with his right hand. He'll hand to Campos. He'll give to Burry. Burry to Wagner. Wagner back to Campos. Turnover. But another turnover as Jace Kelly steps in front of it like a linebacker. He gives to Witt and they score. Trojans, two more. Fast pace here by the Red Raiders. Three-pointer, no good. Hard off the iron. Rebound by Campos. Tanner will slow it up and he'll give to Ben Witt. Ben Witt passes to Burry. Burry goes between the legs. Right-handed drive. Good bump. Strong, but no good. He was looking for the foul. None was called. Red Raiders pull up from about 10 foot in good. That is Mason Gerleman. Mason Gerleman from Rock Rapids, Iowa, the 6'2 sophomore. Witt crosses the timeline, looks to direct some traffic. He gives to Campos. Campos to Burry. Back to Campos. Good cut there. However, it was tipped by the Red Raiders and will go out of bounds. Got some substitutions here for the Trojans. Number 0, Bryant Polson. He's a 6'3" sophomore from Marshall, Minnesota, as well as Joe Bennett, the 6'3" sophomore from Rapid City, South Dakota. The Red Raiders will sub number 10, Tate Van Otterloo. Jace Kelly, no good off the iron. Rebound, Red Raiders. Matheson will dribble. He'll come to the top of the key. He goes behind the back. Finds some open men in the corner. Dribble drive. Pass back. That is Van Otterloo, and he is good from three. Van Otterloo, the 6'3" freshman from Beersford, South Dakota. Witt dribbles. Good pass, but tipped by the Red Raiders. Right idea. As Northwestern goes on the break, they find Van Otterloo. He is no good from the exact same spot he hit from maybe less than 30 seconds ago. Bryant will give to Witt. Top of the key. Witt will find the curling Joe Bennett. Good move. Faked it. Probably should have went up with it there. Maybe would have drawn the foul. Gives to Polson. Underneath the Wagner. Good cut by Polson. He finds Jace Kelly in the corner. That ball was tipped. No good for Jace Kelly. Too long of a pass as that's a turnover by Gerleman. As we have some more substitutions here for the Trojans. Number 20, Thor Gorish, a freshman. He's 6'3", from Lynchfield, Minnesota, as well as number 5, Gavin Leitenberg, a 5'10" freshman from Sturgis, South Dakota. Red Raiders will sub as well. Number 24, Cameron Pickard, a 5'8" freshman from Kaluna, Iowa. Paulson will drive right hand. He gets rejected at the high point. He gets his own rebound, fakes and goes up again and scores. 16-14 Red Raiders lead, 13 minutes to go in the first half. Matheson will dribble with his right hand. He'll pass to Pickard. Pickard underneath, right-handed layup, good, and that is Van Otterloo. Van Otterloo with another two-point basket. Bennett will drive with his right hand. Fader off the glass, no good. Rebound by Thor. Thor gives back to Bennett. Bennett to Witt. Witt to Bryant Paulson back to Witt. 10 on the shot clock. Good move there. Bryant looks to drive with his right hand, crosses over to his left, fade away. Good! That's Bryant Paulson. Good for two, 18-16. Northwestern leads. Matheson will dribble and give the sign for the play they want to run. They'll run with Pickard. Pickard passes to the corner. Back to Van Otterloo. He gives to the top of the key to Gerleman. Gerleman goes up, right-handed layup, no good. Strong off the glass, gets his own rebound. He goes up and gets fouled. Gonna have 2 shots here for Gerleman, and the foul goes on number 20. That would be Thor Gorish. Two dribbles here. Spins the ball. Nice, easy righty touch. Good there. As the Red Raiders will sub again, that's 34. Isaiah Curry, a 6'6 freshman from Greta, Nebraska. As well as number 12, that is Ben Jackson, a 6-foot sophomore from Sioux City, Iowa. Second free throw is up and good, and they'll sub again. Northwestern will sub in number 32, Micah Heinrich, a 6'5 freshman from Glenville, Nebraska. One thing you'll notice about this Red Raiders team, they're going to go with a big lineup here, lots of height. Ben Witt will cross the timeline. He'll give to Joe Bennett. Bennett will pump fake. He'll call for the pick. He gets the pick and the switch. Bennett will look to give to Paulson. Paulson will drive with his right hand. He'll give to Compost. And no good, long off the iron. Tanner, Compost, no good. Northwestern will take over and go into the high post. Screen there, however, it gets slipped. That is Van Otterloo. He goes to the right hand. Good on the floater. Beersford, South Dakota native. Somewhat of a home kind of reunion here. Only being a good 40 miles away. Bennett will give to Thor. Thor back to Witt. Witt from deep three land, and he hits. That is Witt from three-point land. Jackson will take the ball up for the Red Raiders. He gives into the high post to Heinrich. Heinrich back to the original man. He gives to number 34. That's Curry. Deep three, no good. Rebound Curry. Curry turns the ball over. Thor with the interception. Tanner dribbles with his right hand, gets a pick from Bryant Paulson. Pick and roll, old school style. He finds Thor in the corner. Good! 4-3, that is Thor Gorish. 22-22, we got it all even up here at the DSU Fieldhouse. Pickard. Pick and roll, no success there as the Trojans slip the screen. High post here for Heinrich. Heinrich finds Curry. Curry drives. No good. Good defense there by Joe Bennett. 6 on the shot clock. He shoots. No good. Rebound by Tanner. Tanner will dribble with his right hand. He'll pass to Bryant Paulson. Bryant spin moves, gets double teamed, finds the open man. That's Tanner Compost. He's good for 3. Tanner with another one. 25-22. Excuse me, that is his first three-pointer of the game tonight. Good interception, almost there by Tanner. Tipped ball by the Trojans, and they recover the turnover. He'll pass to Joe Bennett, who sets up the offense in the half court. Paulson fakes the pump fake. He gives to Witt, who fakes the pump fake as well. Deep three by Joe Bennett, off the right iron. Rebound Northwestern. Timeout Red Raiders. So, with 9:27 left, we've played at a blistering pace. Trojans lead 25-22. We'll be back in 35 seconds. Welcome back to the DSU Fieldhouse, home of your DSU Trojans. 25-22, the Trojans lead. 8:58 remaining in the first half. It'll be Northwestern Red Raider ball out of the timeout. Northwestern will inbound. That is number 12, Jackson, Ben Jackson. He'll dribble, almost carried the ball there. He'll give to Curry. Curry dribbles with his right hand, finds an open man. Good layup there by number 24, Cameron Pickard. Witt will slow the pace down. He'll dribble across the timeline. He's going to get a pick from Thor. Pick and roll and the switch that they wanted. Deep three by Dawson Burry, and he hits home. That is Dawson Burry for three. This small petite lineup for the Trojans seems to pay off. As Jackson gives to Curry in the corner, he'll find Pickard. Pickard dribbles and gets stopped, keeps his dribble, finds the open man. That is number 10, Van Otterloo. 7 seconds on the shot clock, tipped ball, no good. Short on the front iron, rebound, Witt. Witt will dribble. He'll go strong to the right hand, find an open Tanner, Campos, no good in the corner. Great job by Witt to use the drive to find an open man in the corner. Tanner with some good defense, but to find an open man. That's Curry in the corner, no good. Gets his own rebound, finds another man. That's number 34. Shoot, that is Isaiah Curry. Excuse me on that one. And Curry will go and get the and one. So Curry will go to the line from the Heinrich assist, as the Trojans will sub. Scott Wagner, Ben Witt, and Jace Kelly. Second free throw is up and is good, as the Red Raiders will sub number 20, Karsten Matheson. Shout out to all those fans listening out there live on our DSU YouTube channel. We thank you so much for joining us. Jace Kelly will dribble. He'll give to Tanner. Dangerous pass to Scott Wagner. Lucky the Red Raiders stepped out of bounds. Inbound by Tanner. They'll run the play for Witt. Witt will dribble with his right hand. He'll pass to Scott Wagner, and he gets fouled hard, very hard on the head. Looks like he got his head hit or something. Not a good sight there for Scott Wagner. All the prayers and thoughts and prayers are with him right now as he lays on the ground. We're going to take a minute to two timeout, and then we will get back to you as soon as we can. Welcome back to the DSU Fieldhouse. Sorry about that interruption as the sweat was cleaned up. Tanner was the shooter. And now the Trojans lead 29-27. Red Raiders will inbound. The Trojans will go to the full court trap defense. Red Raiders have no trouble getting it across the timeline. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They'll find an open man and get to the big man. Couple back cuts, and Curry goes to the rim. Right hand, good as it falls. Ben Witt will take the ball up. He'll find Campos. Campos will continue with the left hand, dribble into the corner, fall, and turn it over. Curry turns it over as well as the Trojans regain. Matheson with the hard bump. No foul was called. Jace Kelly, right hand, hard off the rim, no good, as the defender right there was Kens. Matheson will find the corner three-pointer. Good. That is Cameron Pickard. 32-29. Red Raiders. High post into Jace Kelly. He'll look to dish. Finds nobody. He gives and it gets picked. That is 24, Cam Pickard, who goes coast to coast. Campos gets the ball, goes across the half-court line. He gives to Jace Kelly. Kelly gives to Burry. Burry almost travels, stops, gives to Campos, open three, no good, hard off the front iron. Rebound by Pickard. Pickard gives to Pohl. Pohl gets fouled by Tanner Campos. Red Raiders will take over. Matheson will cross the timeline. He'll cross over and give to Nemmers. Nemmers to Kens. Kens underneath. Foul by Burry. Gerleman will go to line to shoot two. Foul was by Dawson Burry. Fans listening, we just ask that you would send your thoughts and prayers with Scott Wagner as he recovers from that injury. Gerleman good on the first one. You never know the severity of the sports that we play here, and you hope that everything goes well with a quick recovery. Gerleman dribbles and spins. Puts up the second one, slow arcing fade and falls. Here is Ben Witt. Ben Witt between the legs. Passes to Burry. Trojans going the super small lineup here. Not a ton of height out there. Taking Wagner out, who is the man above 6'6". Makes this roster pretty short. Campos hard off the front iron, spins and doesn't get it to fall. Gerleman turns and gives to Matheson, who crosses the timeline, pump fakes. He'll give to Nemmers. Nemmers dribbles and finds Gerleman. Gerleman underneath the Kens, the big man, bodies his way on a post hook for two. Ben Witt will cross the timeline of 4:28 remaining. Witt off the pick and roll, pops, and he's got three of them. That is Witt. Matheson gets it under to Kens. Kens spins, right hook, no good. Probably not the greatest shot there from the big man. Good defense by Bryant Paulson. Joe Bennett will cross over. He'll go to the right hand, find Campos. Popping three. That's good for the Trojans. That is Tanner Campos. Red Raiders will go with Matheson taking it up. Matheson will give way to Nemmers. Nemmers dribble drive, right hand. Shooter in the corner. That's number 5. He misses. That was Pohl. Trojans turn and take the ball over. Pump fake by Bryant. This is the one advantage of that small lineup. They get to get the man outside. The big man, Kens. Good defense there, however, by Kens. Missed the shot by Tanner Campos. Coast to coast goes Gerleman. He scores for two. 35-40, Red Raiders lead, 3:10 remaining. Here is Ben Witt. He gets off the screen, dribbles and goes between his legs. He got the big man to switch, but they picked it off. Nemmers will go to the right hand. He'll give it up to Pohl. Pump fake, dribble drive, and that's Matheson, and we have a foul on the floor. Foul is on number 4. That is Joe Bennett. Substitutions here for the Trojans. Gavin Leitenberg, Jace Kelly, and Thor Gorish. Red Raiders will look to inbound, and they'll get it in just in the nick of time. Nemmers, he'll pass it all the way to the corner. They'll get it to Kens at the top of the key. Kens back to Matheson into the corner. I believe that's Pohl. He's good from 3, Will Pohl. 35-43, Trojans need to stop the run. Here is Jace Kelly. Jace Kelly will give it up to Gavin Lichtenberg. Thor Gorish, he'll dribble, he'll give to Gavin. Gavin gets it poked, he recovers. The big man is everywhere, poking everything. He's got to be careful though. I don't know if some of those are a poke as much as they are probably a foul. He's slapping a lot of arm out there, he's reaching around guys, but nonetheless, they're not calling it, so here we play. Burry, good pump fake as he gets Pohl to go around, but shot clock violation. Pohl knew that the shot clock was running down. Burry tried to pump fake him, but didn't have enough time to get the shot off. Pohl gives to Matheson, and the Red Raiders will cross the timeline with 2 minutes remaining. Kens, top of the key, looks to dribble, barely gets it off. That is Pickard. Pickard passes all the way around Matheson, open 3, good. The Red Raiders have all the momentum right now. Dribble here for Lichtenberg. He gives to Kelly. Kelly gets a pick from Thor. He'll drive, he'll look to go on the big man. Spin move, good move. Left hand bump, no good there. He tries to throw it away. Lichtenberg back to Kelly, or excuse me, to Bennett. Bennett with 3 on the clock remaining. He gives to Burry. Burry no good on that one. Rebound Kens. Had to throw up a quick one and didn't get it. Some sloppy passes, but they find the open man, and sure enough, they hit. That is Matheson. Northwestern is 6 for 14 right now. 6 for 14 from the three-point line, and that is the difference. Timeout. Dakota State, full timeout. Going to read you some stats here instead of going to break. Northwestern shooting a blistering 56%. That's 18 for 32 from the field. They're shooting 42% from the three-point line. That is the huge difference. 6 for 14. They're 100% from the free throw line. They have 18 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 steals, and 2 team fouls. Matheson leads the team with 11. Curry with 5 rebounds. The bench has scored 19 points. For the Trojans, they shoot 46% from the field. That's 13 for 28. 53% from 3. They should start taking a couple more of those. They're 8 for 15. They're 50% from the free throw line, 1 for 2 with 11 rebounds, 2 of them from the offensive category. They have 5 turnovers, 4 steals, 6 team fouls. Witt is their leading scorer with 10, and Tanner Campos has 3 rebounds. The bench has scored 10 points. I think the big difference here in the game right now is the transition offense of this Northwestern Red Raiders team versus the lackadaisical, sometimes defensive breakdowns that the Trojans have on the rotations. I think if they can rotate just a little bit quicker, they'll set themselves up in a better place to get some of those contested threes not so open. Turnover by Bryant leads to the Northwestern Red Raiders ball. Matheson will dribble past the timeline where he gives to Pohl. Pohl in the corner. He gives to Kens. Kens back to Matheson. That's another three-pointer, no good. Rebound Kelly. Kelly will dribble with his left hand. He'll give to Thor. Thor pump fakes. Gotta be a foul, and there it is finally called. That has been about 3 or 4 times tonight that Kens has done the whole wraparound thing and not gotten called for it, but finally they catch him. So a foul on Kens on the ground leads to the third team foul. Dakota State inbounds. They'll give to Thor. Handsy again by Kens. He's got his hands all over him. Fadeaway good for Thor. 37-49. Red Raiders lead by 12. Gerleman, he'll go across the timeline where he's picked up by Bryant. He'll cross over. 6 seconds to go on the clock, and we're going to get a foul. That is unfortunately the 7th foul too, meaning we got a 1-and-1 situation. Not a good foul there by the Trojans. You put 5 seconds on the clock, a free throw shooter at the line, and you're down 12 points. To the line is number 22, Mason Gerleman. He's has a 1-and-1 opportunity. Shot is up and good as he's going to get a second one. A little bit of a reward for hitting the first one. Two dribbles, spins the ball. Slow arcing, and he hits it again. That is 9 for 9 for your Red Raiders from the free throw line. They're at 100%. Jace Kelly dribbles behind his back, loses the ball. And a half-court heave was thrown up by Matheson. Or sorry, Gerleman. No good. That is the end of the first half. Northwestern leads 51-37. We'll read a couple of these halftime stats here. Will Pohl has 5 points. Vander Otterloo has 7. Jackson has 0. Nemmers has 2. Matheson has 11. Gerleman has 12. Pickard has 7. Heinrich has nothing. Kens has 2. And Curry has 5. Some pretty good spread out scoring attack by the Northwestern Red Raiders had lead them to score 51 points in the first half. A lot of those points came by way of the three-pointer. They were 6 for 15 for 40%, as well as the free throw. They were 9 for 9. They shot 54% from the field in the first half with 5 turnovers, 6 steals, 3 team fouls. Gerleman is the leading scorer. For the Trojans, Paulson has 4, Burry has 3, Ben Witt has 10, Joe Bennett has nothing, Lichtenberg has 3, Kelly has 5, Campos has 7, Gorish has 5, Wagner has nothing. 37 points for the Trojans. A lot of those came by way of, again, that three-pointer. They shot 53%, 8 for 15. 48% from the field. They went 14 for 29. Rebounds, they had 12 of them, 2 by way of the offensive rebound. They had 7 turnovers, 4 steals, 7 team fouls. Their leading scorer was Witt. Free throws, they were 1 for 2 for 50%. I think a big emphasis here, if you are Coach Damian Luna, is you got to get your team back to the free throw line. 2 free throws attempted by the Trojans. They need to go hard into some of these defenders. I think Kens is one that you should probably go into. He's got 2 fouls. He's the big man. He has 4 rebounds for them. If you can go straight up into him, maybe draw a foul or 2, you can get yourself to the free throw line. Also, continue driving and hitting those open three-pointers in the corner at the top of the key in transition. You are 53% from the three-point line. It'd be good to continue to get back to that, get back to what you're known for. This is an easy lead to come back from. It's 14 points. I think if you're the Red Raiders, you got to continue to play to your strengths. Slow it down, speed it up when you need to speed it up. play your brand of basketball. Make sure you're continuing to get those rebounds. 5 by way of the offensive rebound. That is a large, large number. If you are Gerleman and Curry, you just got to continue to get your teammates involved, continue to rebound. If you are Van Otterloo, maybe look to go to the three-point line a little bit more. For the Trojans, Ben Witt continues to have kind of a hot night. He has 6 for 6 on every single shot he has attempted. Continue to get Ben Witt the ball, and you'll see some good things happen. 6:40 here left at the halftime. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back in 6 minutes. Good evening and welcome back to the historic DSU Fieldhouse on the Dakota State University Trojans YouTube channel. I am Braxton Locker, your play-by-play announcer. 15 seconds left to go in the half before we get the action back and started. Starting for your Northwestern Red Raiders is Will Pohl, Jackson Nemmers, Karsten Matheson, Mason Gerleman, and Marco Kens. For DSU, they're going to go with Bryant Paulson, Dawson Burry, Ben Witt, Jace Kelly, and Tanner Campos. Good attendance here at the DSU Fieldhouse. A good, actually, showing by the Red Raider faithful. Inbound by Burry goes to Ben Witt. Witt dribbles with his left hand, crosses over, and hands to Campos. Campos to Kelly. Kelly finds the high post. Burry, he gives to Bryant, and is going to make Kens come out and guard him. Screen by Bryant, trying to get the switch, and they do. Kelly has the opportunity to go one-on-one, and he isos, goes right up into the chest, no good, but gets his own rebound. Kelly needs to go right back up with it, but he hands it off to Bryant Paulson. Paulson fades away, no good. Kens with the rebound. Kind of like I talked about in the halftime show, we really have to go at the big man Kens. He's already has 2 fouls. Northwestern gets it into the big man Kens, and he bullies, but no foul. Looks like maybe a little bit confusion on both of the coaches' faces there as a no call was called. Bryant Paulson gets the ball. He'll go up, left-handed layup, and he is good. Great assist there by Ben Witt. Matheson will dribble the ball. He'll cross the timeline and look to go ISO here. Nope, he hands it off to Pohl. Pohl finds Nemmers. Nemmers gets to Matheson, and he scores. 53-39. Dangerous pass, tipped out of bounds. Trojan basketball. Ben Witt will dribble the ball. He'll cross the timeline and look to go to the corner. Trojans will run a good offense. Bryant, he'll go up. He needs to go straight up. He kicks to Dawson Burry. Good from three-point land. We talked about it. They're now 9 for 16. Matheson will call a play. He'll give to Nemmers. Nemmers drives all the way, tries to bully ball, and he does and scores. Nemmers for 2. Paulson will bring it up. He's going to go right at the big man, Kens. Good ball fake, almost travels. He gives to Burry at the top of the key. Burry pulls it back, gives to Bryant. He fumbles the ball. He goes on the ground. There's got to be a foul, and there is. Man, the big man, Kens, was all over, sitting on Bryant Paulson. Going to be his 3rd foul for the big man. And he is going to get a substitution here. Number 10, Tate Van Outerloo. Tate Van Outerloo, if you remember, came in right off the bench and hit a big three-pointer in the first quarter to start the magic for the Red Raiders. A little bit of confusion here for the Trojans as they'll get it in late in that 5-second count. However, they get it done. Bryant Paulson will dribble with his left hand. He ball fakes, finds Dawson Burry in the corner. Burry will dribble. He'll spin. Good move, no good. Kelly with the tip, no good either. Red Raiders control. He gives to Gerleman. Gerleman spins, drives, probably travels, but no call, and gets the 2. Here comes Campos. He'll drive with his right hand, look for a screen and a switch from Bryant Paulson. Paulson matched on the shorter Gerleman. He gives to Burry. Burry crosses over. Good ball move there. Kicks it out to Witt. Witt to Jace Kelly. Jace Kelly needs to get going. He's been the leading scorer of this team all year and gets a jump ball called. It's going to be a turnover, Red Raider basketball. Jace Kelly has kind of been that leading scorer for the Trojans this year. They've looked to him in dribble drive situations. They've looked to him in the three-point land. Let's see if they can get him more involved in the second half. Dribble drive there that is Matheson, and he scores. 42-59, Red Raiders lead. Ben Witt will dribble. He's going to direct the offense. They're going to go to a 4-high look. Good defense there by Pohl. Slows Kelly down. Bryant slips the screen. Dawson Burry step back. Probably not the greatest shot and misses off the front iron. Good, but he picks it off. Has a chance at an open layup and misses the layup. Red Raiders will drive down. They'll kick it to the corner. That's Van Otterloo. He pump fakes. No good. Hard off the iron. Burry with a rebound. Burry crosses over, breaks an ankle. And he finds Burry in the corner. No good. Rebound, Jace Kelly. Jace needs to go straight back up with it, and he's getting harassed down there by multiple players. Turnover. Campos recovers it. He finds Ben Witt. Ben Witt deep three, and that's good. Timeout, your Trojans. 30-second timeout. Gonna get a quick one here by Coach Luna. Is a 30-second timeout for the Trojans. 15:51 remains. Northwestern 59, DSU 45. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to the DSU Fieldhouse. 15:51 remains, 59-45. Your DSU Trojans are down to the Northwestern Red Raiders. Northwestern, a very good perennial powerhouse in not only basketball but also football, as their team was the national runner-up this year, losing only by 10 to Kaiser University out of Florida. Northwestern won the championship in 22, looked to repeat but couldn't get it done, faced a strong Kaiser University. That shot was missed, and a baseball pass all the way down, tipped by Will Pohl, Trojan basketball. The Red Raiders were led by the GPAC Player of the Year, their quarterback, who had a really good year, was a first-team All-American for them, as Joe Bennett pulls up from deep three and misses left. Matheson will dribble, and he'll find Van Otterloo. He passes to Nemec. Van Otterloo, no good on the reverse layup. Burry with the rebound. Burry's going to drive, go behind his back, and pull it out and slow the offense down. Dribble here, Ben Witt. He'll dribble to the basket, and he'll be fouled. Looks like the foul is going to be called on number 24. That is Cameron Pickard. Pickard is a 5'8" freshman from Kaluna, Iowa. Shout out to all those listening out there tonight. Big shout out to the Preston Iverson and Mariah Glow, the two shout outs tonight. Joe Bennett will get the ball in the half court, and he'll find Gavin Lechen. And Joe Bennett will pull up right above the block for two. Fancy little move there by Joe Bennett. Good. Kind of a pick and roll situation there. Red Raiders will come down, shoot a three early in the shot clock. If you're Coach Slaughter, that's probably not what you wanted there. Cam Post will go. He'll dribble in. He'll find nobody but Bennett. Bennett will drive with his right hand. Good ball move. Fadeaway. No good. Trojans have really struggled with that fadeaway all night tonight. If I am Coach Luna, I am trying to tell my guys, oh, what was that? We got a little bit of an over-the-back foul there. Crazy play. Back to what I was saying, if I'm Coach Luna, I'm telling my guys, we got to go straight up into some people. Foul there is on number 10. That's Tate Van Otterloo, his second. Timeout, Northwestern. We're going to get our leading scorers here. For the Trojans, it's Witt. The rebounder, it's Kelly. For Northwestern, it's Gerleman and Kens. Northwestern also a perennial powerhouse in women's volleyball, as their women's volleyball team has been very good in the GPAC conference for many, many years. Very high respects to them, as well as the Trojans. They've had a very, very solid basketball, women's and men's, and as well as volleyball team as well. It's good to see other Midwest schools doing well. As a fan of sports, as a fan of football and basketball and volleyball, it's nice to see that the Midwest schools are kind of leading the forefront, not only at the NEI level, as well as the D2, the D1, and the D3 level too. Trojans will inbound and they'll give way to Tanner Campos. He'll dribble and he'll find Gavin. Gavin will find Tanner. Tanner dribbles on the pump fake. Tipped pass there by Matheson, out of bounds, Trojan basketball. Couple substitutions here for the Red Raiders. Isaiah Curry will check in, and Ben Jackson. Ben Jackson checks in. Thor checks in for the Trojans as well. Deep three by Campos, no good. Red Raiders get the rebound, controlled by Pickard. Pickard gives way to Matheson, and they slow it down. Good defense there by Gavin as he hounds it, but he gives way. Van Otterloo, no good. Hard contact at the rim, and it looks like maybe Bryant Paulson is a little shaken up. Tanner Campos goes down and gets fouled. He's going to go up for two. Not a lot of height after Scott Wagner goes down, and it's not good to see your next highest, 6'3", Bryant Paulson, get hurt as well. Checking into the game is number 1, Dawson Burry. Bennett will inbound as the Trojans will run a box set. Couple screens, couple slip screens, and they'll get an open three-point look by Burry, no good, as they've struggled to hit the three in the second half. Good rebound by Thor, and assist to Tanner Campos. 49-59, Red Raiders lead. The Trojans are narrowing that lead quickly. Good defense there on the pick and roll as Matheson gets it out. No good, hard off the rim. Burry with the rebound. Burry throws it to Gavin ahead, and the Trojans look to run. They will slow it down with Bennett as he gives a couple cross moves. He gives to Burry on the pump fake. He got a couple guys to jump, double team. Thor is open, no good, hard off the front iron. It looked good, but fell just a bit short. Matheson will slow down and look to the bench for a play. He gets what he likes, and they're gonna run a 1-2-2 set. He gives to Curry. Curry spin moves. Good defense there by the Trojans. Open three in the corner. That is good. Cameron Pickard for three. Haven't seen a lot of three-pointers go down in the second half. That is one of the first ones for the Northwestern Red Raiders. Good defense by the Red Raiders and a good bump. But Joe Bennett, struggles to finish after the good move. Matheson will dribble. He'll look to cross. Gavin up, but does not. Good defense by Gavin. Open three, Cam Pickard. We have a foul underneath. Looks like a foul on number 20, Thor Gorish. Thor was fighting pretty hard for that rebound underneath and ended up drawing the off-ball foul. Matheson slaps the ball and gives it to Cam Pickard. Cam Pickard, good finish, tough finish for two. A lot of bodies on the floor as the Trojans look to bring way. Yep, and that's going to draw a body foul on number 20, Matheson, Karsten Matheson. That is his first foul. He leads the Red Raiders with 13, he is second on the Red Raiders with 13 points. Inbound by Burry to Gavin. Gavin will look to run a play that Coach Damian Luna called. He gives to Burry, back to Gavin, to Thor, back to Burry, open three-pointer. Bank is open as Dawson Burry goes hard off the bang board. Ben Jackson will bring the ball up. As the Trojans cut it down to 8 points, they're slowly chipping away. Pickard, deep three. In and out. Rebound by Thor. Thor gives way to Burry. Burry will dribble with his right hand. He'll look to cross over. He does. Step back three, no good. As that's going to bring on some substitutions. Ben Witt checks back into the game, as well as Jace Kelly. Jace Kelly checks back into the game. Ben Witt, the leading scorer. Kelly, the leading rebounder. Red Raiders inbound to Ben Jackson. Jackson will dribble a couple times as he crosses the timeline before he dribbles to the left side as they set up a little 2-3 high offense. Gerleman, the leading scorer, he'll dish to Pickard. Pickard's all over the place with his dribble moves. He gives way, pump fake, and good defense there by Thor as Northwestern looks a little bit stalled on offense. Gerleman to the rack, no good, as that'll be off the Red Raiders Trojan basketball. Good defense there by Kelly and Thor. Kelly kind of jumped up what we call jumping into the cylinder. He jumped straight up and down and did not draw the foul. 10:49 left to go, 64-52, Northwestern leads by 12. Pass it around, back to Kelly underneath. He's got some room, he gives to Thor. Thor to Witt. Witt drives with his right hand, loses the handle but regains. Burry to the top of the key. He pump fakes, he's got Curry all over. He's got an open three, what a move by Ben Witt. Jackson will cross the timeline. He crosses. He bumps. He gives underneath. Whoa. We got a lot of bodies hitting the floor. Possibly an injury, but no, he looks like he is all right. We got everyone's going around. The Trojans and the Red Raiders. Open three. Thor, he's good. Timeout, Damian Luna. It's a 6-point game. Your Trojans are down 58-64. 9:56 remaining. Full timeout called by Coach Damian Luna. You're listening to Dakota State University Trojans YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the DSU Fieldhouse, home of your DSU Trojans, as we have a tight matchup here. 9:53 remaining, the DSU Trojans 58, Northwestern Red Raiders 64. For all you MLB fans out there, big news here, some trade details. Jorge Polanco is dealt to the Seattle Mariners for right-handed pitcher Darren Bowen and Anthony Desclafani, as well as two other prospects were attached on that trade. If you're a big fan of the Twins, they look to repeat the AL Central. Northwestern College will go in and they will miss, but Kens will get the rebound. He'll dish to Curry, top of the key, and he's good. 8-point lead. Ben Witt will cross the timeline. He looks to dish it to Bryant in the high post. Joe Bennett, good right-handed layup, tough finish and didn't get it to go down, as that will be outlanded to Poole, the and one foul. Poole will go to the line to convert on the old-fashioned three-point play. Fouls on number 12, that's Jace Kelly. Jace Kelly, that would be his first foul of the evening. Poole will go to the line, look to extend it to an 11-point game. Spins the ball, one dribble, two dribbles, three dribbles. Looks at the rim, and no good. Rebound, Dawson Burry. Burry gives way to Ben Witt. Ben Witt, top of the key, will find Joe Bennett. Bennett looks over his options, thinks about the three, gets the switch onto the big man. This is where you got to go at him. Bryant will go, loses his handle, picks it up, and he'll give back to Witt. Witt finds Kelly in the corner, open three, no good, hard off the iron. Rebound Northwestern. Good defense there by Jace Kelly to stop the free run momentum that Northwestern had. Coach Slatter calls for a play. Jackson will get in the high post. He picks up his dribble. He'll give to Kens. Kens loses the handle, picks it back up. He'll dish it out to Pohl. Pohl about tipped it there. Jace Kelly about tipped it into the basket. Never seen that one before. But Ben Witt, nonetheless, will get the ball and drive for the Trojans. Jace Kelly needs to look to go to the rim, but he makes a great pass. And one. That's Bryant Paulson. Wow. Phenomenal play there by Bryant Paulson on a great assist by Jace Kelly. Trojan substitution number 14, Tanner Campos. As well as the Red Raiders. That is number 14, Jackson Nemmers, as the big man, Marco Kens, has to sit down due to picking up his fourth foul. That is missed. It's an 8-point game, 8 minutes remaining. Curry gets it at the top of the high post. He gives to the corner, underneath to Curry. Curry jump fader, smooth as silk on that fade away. Ben Witt will give on the fast break to Campos. He goes to the rim and finishes. Phenomenal finish there by Tanner Campos. Northwestern will cross the timeline. That is Ben Jackson. Jackson gives way to Curry. Curry on the outside to Pohl. Pohl drives with his right hand, kicks it all the way across court to number 14 before he is bumped by a Trojan. Foul on the ground. Red Raider ball underneath. That foul will be on number 12. That is Jace Kelly, his second. Not sure what happened there. Was caught looking at my notes. Nonetheless, Trojan basketball. 50% from the field goal is the Northwestern Red Raiders. They're shooting 27 from 54. Big shout out to all those listeners out there, especially the two fans of the game, Mariah Glow and Preston Iverson. Tanner Campos drives, gets fouled hard. I was going to say he may have gotten pulled down, and yes, he did. The foul was called. Two dribbles. Free throw, high arcing is good for Tanner. Substitution comes back is Karsten Matheson. He's the point guard. He is the contributor. He is the facilitator for this Northwestern College Red Raiders. High arcing, no good. Rebound by Curry. 6-point game here. 7-point game. Had a little scoreboard issue. We're going to get a very ticky-tacky foul there on number 2, Ben Witt. Looked like he maybe barely kind of got contact there, but drew the foul, as that is the 4th team foul on Northwestern College. Inbounded pass goes to Pohl. Pohl gets it back to Matheson. Matheson to Curry. Curry drives one. He dishes to the corner. Corner, that is Gerleman. Gerleman to Curry. Fade away. No good. Rebound, Bryant Paulson. Paulson drives, goes to his left hand, Stops, picks up his dribble. He dishes to the corner. High move. No good for Tanner Compost. 5-on-4 here for the Red Raiders till Tanner gets back. Oh, we got bodies hitting the floor. Timeout, Northwestern Red Raiders. Got also another fan shout out here. This guy has been a really big factor for the DSU football team. That is Trey Heddick. Fan of the game, Trey Heddick, with this shout out tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Couple stats here. Northwestern still shooting that blistering 49%, man. 31% from the 3 and 90% from the free throw line. Trojans are slightly behind, 43% from the field, 48 from 3, and 40% from the free throw line. Big difference here is the rebound total. 28-34, Northwestern leads the rebound total, and they lead in the game. Northwestern will inbound with Matheson. He'll give to Curry. Curry will look to set up the high post underneath. Bully ball, good. That's Mason Garleman with the bully ball too. There goes Bryant Paulson. He'll dribble drive to his right hand, get stuffed. However, we're going to get a foul. That is a good foul call. I believe the defender got a majority of Bryant's hand and a small bit of the ball. 2 shots here for Bryant Paulson. Paulson, first free throw rattles in. Folks, it's an 8-point game. Anybody's ball game. 5:58 remaining. Second free throw, high arcing, good. 65-72, Northwestern College leads. Matheson, he'll drive to his right hand, pick up the ball, throw to the corner, three-pointer by Gerleman, no good. Good offensive rebound there, and we got fouls everywhere. Both refs were calling that one. Believe we're going to get a foul on number 0. That's Bryant Paulson. That is his first foul of the game. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we had a big trade go down for all you MLB fans as Jorge Polanco was dealt to the Seattle Mariners. Big trade coming out for all you Minnesota fans. However, we do receive 2 prime pitching prospects in Anthony Descalafani and Justin Topa, as well as 2 other prospects in Gabriel Gonzalez and Justin Topa. Both free throws are good for Northwestern. They continue to grow the lead by 9 points. 5:38 remaining. If you're the Trojans, you want to kind of go on a run right here. This is the time to grab the momentum. Jace Kelly will dribble behind his back, between his legs, crossover. Good defense there, but nothing is matched, and he'll draw the foul. I believe that foul is going to be on number 22, Mason Gerleman, his first. He leads this Northwestern team with 18 points. 18 points from the big man, Mason Gerleman. Kelly will go up. He'll shoot the first free throw. No good. Hard off the front iron. Coach Luna immediately says, calm down, Jace. You got this. As he can narrow it to an 8-point game. Second one, high arcing free throw, no good. He misses both. Empty possession there for the Trojans. Matheson will dribble and cross over. He'll go between the legs. And he'll give underneath to the big man, Mason Gerleman. And he's good again from inside the charge zone. Here is Tanner Campos. He'll dribble to his right hand. He'll give way to Jace Kelly. Gavin from deep. Bank is open. That's the second one tonight that's been banked in by a Trojan. Matheson will gain the ball across the timeline, past the volleyball line, and into the corner where he hands it to Pohl. Pohl gives to Curry. Pohl with the cut. Good defense there. Rejection. No, we got a foul. Looks like a body foul on number, I don't know who they're going to call this on. I'm going to look at the board over there. Not sure who they called that one on, but Will Pohl will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good, back of the iron. Big difference in this game right now is the free throw shooting ability of this Northwestern Red Raiders offense. They have nearly been perfect, 11 for 12, make that 12 for 13. Looking for the 13th one. They miss. And the Trojans recover the rebound. Dawson Burry fights for it before he gives it up to Joe Bennett. Joe Bennett will move at a little bit more than a running pace. Crossing the timeline, he'll give to Thor. Thor pump fakes with the head, goes behind the back. He'll dribble drive, give to Joe Bennett. Bennett will pull up. Good move there. No good. Hard off the glass. That should be, no, that is the Northwestern Red Raiders ball. Thought maybe they got a tip on it there at the end because the ball seemed to go out towards the Northwestern direction, but that is not the case. Inbound will go to Nemmers. Nemmers will give to Pohl. Pohl to Curry. Curry dribbles. Full court pressure here by the Trojans as they get back to their man-to-man defense. Matheson, the facilitator, will dribble up to the top of the key where he passes it off. Good hard dribble drive. Stripped by Joe Bennett. And a jump ball. Good there. Good job by Joe Bennett reaching in there, grabbing to as much possession as he can get. And the Trojans are going to get a couple substitutions. Checking back into the game is Ben Witt as well as Tanner Campos. That leading scorer, Ben Witt, checks back into the game. He'll be the facilitator. He'll be the point guard as the Trojans are down 9, 3:57 remaining. Dribble drive here by Ben. He gets to the rack, finds Thor in the middle of the lane. Thor moves, but Ben Witt goes out. Tipped ball, Thor from deep. Oh, no good off the left iron. Curry will come. He'll get stopped by Thor right above the three-point line, and the Red Raiders will reset. If I'm the Red Raiders, I'm going to milk this clock all the way down as fast as I can, limiting the Trojans to as many as they can. Good backdoor cut. Matheson for the 3. Hits the side of the iron. No good. It's a 3-on-2. Trojans ball. He'll drive. He'll find Ben Witt. Corner 3. No good. Hard, but Thor with the rebound. No, controlled by Curry. Curry will go one-on-one here. And we're going to get a block. That's one of those bang-bang calls. Ended up being a block. That's going to be a foul on number 4, Joe Bennett. That'll send Gerleman to the line for 2. Gerleman leads all scorers tonight with 20 points. 2 dribbles, spins the ball. High arcing free throw, good. Near perfect. 13 for 15 from the free throw line tonight are the Northwestern Red Raiders. Gerleman looks to extend the lead to 11. High arcing fade, good. Timeout, Northwestern. Well, we have a little bit of time here. We'll take a break and we'll get back to you. You're listening to the Dakota State Trojans YouTube channel, broadcasting Dakota State Trojans athletics. Welcome back to the DSU Fieldhouse here, home of the DSU Trojans JV men's basketball team. 3:05 remaining. Trojans are down 68-79. They're going to need a big run here to catch those Northwestern Red Raiders. Some big news out of the NFL. Jason Kelsey says he doesn't plan on leaving the Eagles regardless of a retirement decision. I would assume by the end of more than likely the end of the Super Bowl, you will hear possibly a decision from him. Us football fans, we truly hope that he comes back. As it's been fun to watch his brother Travis Kelce play in the Super Bowl against Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Inbound pass goes to Ben Witt as he dribbles past the timeline. And the Trojans offense will do a little bit of switcheroos. Good dribble drive by Burry. He goes strong to the rack. Good for two. Going to have some backcourt pressure here. Northwestern picks it up very nicely. Pull dribbles all the way. Finds an open Curry in the corner. No good. Hard off the iron. Rebound goes Nemmers. And they're going to kick it out. 20 seconds. Reset back on the clock. That's a college rule for all you high school people out there. The clock resets to 20. Underneath to the leading scorer as he gets bumped very hard by Tanner Campos. That is his third foul. 70-79, 2:25 remaining as this will be Gerleman to the line to shoot two. Excuse me, this will be a 1-and-1. Two dribbles, high arcing. No good off the front iron. He misses. Trojans have a little bit of life. Can they keep the momentum rolling? Joe Bennett will give to Ben Witt. Ben Witt will dribble with his left hand. He'll call for the pick from Thor. He'll get the switch. Ben Witt will drive. He'll go to the rack. No good. Short on the front iron as he faded away. Gerleman will drive. He'll go up all by himself, coast to coast, and he'll finish. Northwestern leads 81-70. 1:52 remaining in this game. Ben Witt will drive. He'll give to Thor in the corner. Thor finds a cutting Tanner. No good. Short off the front iron. Gerleman tries to go coast to coast again, and he gets completely wrapped up there by Dawson Burry. Burry doesn't like the call, but folks, that's a little bit textbook if you ask me. He was, I see what he was going for the jump ball. You know, maybe a little bit of a tie-up, but I think the wraparound got him in trouble. Gerleman will go back to the line as he's been pretty solid tonight, only missing two. Hits the first. Substitution here for the Trojans is number 0, Bryant Paulson, as Campos sits down. Also, Gavin Gavin Littenberg will sub in for Ben Witt. Two dribbles, spins, slow, high arcing, misses. Ball will go to Gavin. He'll dribble between his legs before he gets a half-court pick by Dawson Burry. Burry gives to Bryant. Bryant, good, no good off the backboard. 70-82, 1:20 remaining in this game. Northwestern College leads. Trojans are going to need a turnover or two to get back into this one. They're milking the clock. 15 on the shot clock before any action gets going. Curry gets down to Gerleman. Gerleman spins. Good move. Rejection by 5 on the clock. Deep three-pointer Matheson. No good. A rebound Dawson Burry. Trojans got to go quick. 50 seconds remaining. Good pass. That's Thor. Good for 2. The ball gets inbounded. A little bit of backcourt pressure, not much here by the Trojans as they're down by 10. We'll pull the ball out and probably wait till around 15 seconds before anything starts. He gives to Matheson. 15 seconds on the clock, and there they go. He gives to Pohl. Pohl with a good move. Goes up for the dunk and gets fouled hard. Bryant Paulson on the foul. That is his second foul as Will Pohl will go to the line to shoot 2. Pohl with about 3 dribbles. Arcing fade, he hits it. It's been the difference tonight, folks. 16 from 20 from the line for the Red Raiders. Another 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, shoots, and scores. 17 for 21. Been a huge difference. Joe Bennett will drive all the way to the rack. Shot clock is out. He'll give it to Thor in the corner. 3, no good. Northwestern will run this one out. 84-72. 72. 5 seconds remaining, and that'll be the ball game. Your Northwestern College Red Raiders will defeat your Dakota State Trojans by a score 84-72, making that a split on the day. We'll go over some stats here in 1 minute. Couple stats here. First, for the Northwestern Red Raiders, they shot a blistering 47% from the field. You couldn't slow them down all night. 30 for 63. They were 26% from the three-point line. 7 for 26. Folks, I've said it all night. The big difference, 17 for 21 from the free throw line. 45 rebounds, 9 via the offensive rebound. 10 turnovers, 8 steals, 12 team fouls, 28 bench points. Their leading scorer was Gerleman with 23. Curry had 10 rebounds. For the Trojans, they shot 41.54%, 27 for 65 from the field. For the three-point percentage, they were 45.16%. Three-point percentage, they were at 45%. Very good number for them. They were 14 for 31. The big difference, again, was the free throws. They only shot 44%, were 4 from 9, versus the 21 shots from the free throw line that Northwestern got. 9 turnovers and 8 steals with 17 team fouls and 28 bench points scored for the DSU Trojans. Scoring leader was Ben Witt with 16 points. Dawson Burry had 10 rebounds. So, at the end of the game, the Northwestern Red Raiders College defeats the Dakota State Trojans 84-72. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Dakota State University Athletics YouTube channel. I am Braxton Locker. God bless and good night.